So let me get this straight. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing the debate that Bill Haney had on Knockout 86 Boxing TV. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the video. Catch me live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. and every Sunday at 5 p.m. Come by, stop by, hop on the panel. When I drop the link to give your 2 cents, drop your 2 cents below in the chat as we going throughout the live. And when you come by, make sure to help support the channel by punching that like button. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel through Cash Apps and Super Chats. I really appreciate the support for the channel. It has been able to help me make my channel grow, for me to buy better equipment, better microphones, soundboards, things like that. All the donations will be going towards growing the 2 cents brand. Now, let's get into this. So, recently, Bill Haney pulled up on KO's channel, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I know I don't need to tell y'all to go sub over there. So, Knockout was just roasting the Avengers on the panel. I mean, they didn't have anything to say about Teofimo ducking. About Devin Haney ducking Teofimo. Now, I'm going to give my 2 cents about if I think Devin ducked Teo. And y'all know my duck criteria is a little different than everybody else's duck criteria, because I like to take in the totality of the situation. But some people believe if you get sent the offer and you don't take it, it's a duck. But let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. What qualifies as a duck? Listen, y'all have to let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I'm going throughout these videos. Let's get the conversation going in the comments section, and we'll follow it up and finish it up on one of my lives on Friday or Sunday. But some people believe that. So real quick, I'm going to go over this clip because I was on the panel also. I had some questions for Bill, but as I'm going to play for you, my questions went completely ignored, and I had some really good questions that I want to ask Bill. Hopefully I can catch him again, because we got questions, Bill. And then I don't want people saying, well, why y'all worried about Bill, and then why y'all worried about Devin? Listen, Bill pulled up on the panel to conversate with us about it. So we're going to talk about it. Bill pulled up on the panel. You know Bill wants us to talk about it. So let me find the mark. Let me see. Find the mark where it was at. Hopefully the sound sounds good and we can. All right. So let's start right here.
No, sir. No, sir, because they countered your offer with pay-per-view and having to fight here in America. And he has a network backing him. You don't have a network backing you, bro. And you don't have anything, and you don't have any leverage.
Wait.
You don't have nobody backing you.
So I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
You don't have anybody backing you. You don't have anything better on the table.
Okay, so wait a minute now. So I'm gonna ask you again. When Turki put the fight on, right, and he didn't take the offer and countered with another offer, and I countered back and I said, take the offer from Turki. Now who's ducking?
That's not.
Now this conversation here is, I started a little bit before, but they're basically saying, did you counter offer with Top Rank? And he's saying he counter offer by saying take the deal from Turki, which is not really a counter offer.
You just want him to take the same thing. And again, they don't, like, if you don't get the Teo fight, where do you go? Teo has the Top Rank has a whole stable for him. That you don't.
Okay.
You have to hope. Now you gotta hope you can get the Hitchens fight.
Okay, so let me ask you.
You don't have anything better on the table. And I think it's also important to note that Turki himself has not said nothing about offering you or Teo to fight, and that hasn't been.
Okay, now we about to get into it, because we're trying to figure out why the fight hasn't been confirmed and why Teo saying he hasn't got an offer.
But everybody's confirmed the Top Rank side. I would love to hear Turki confirm that there's actually a real offer from him.
Well,
for
the
Devin
one thing, listen,
only
let me
heard
tell you,
that from
the
you.
one thing, and listen, the one thing that I did say, and I do say, is that if he's doing, because I did business with all of them, right? So I tell the truth, so I know that I'm able to do business with all of them. If he's saying that he's lying and saying that Turkey doesn't have and never put anything on the table to fight, then that shows you that. Then that shows you that if he's saying that, which it's not that Turkey did, but it would be saying that the fight is not a big fight. The fight is nothing. Because if you put...
Now, did y'all hear what Bill just said? Please tell me if I'm tripping. It sounds like Bill said that if the fight is not a big fight, and then he kind of caught himself, and Turkey didn't really reach out to Teo to confirm anything, that it's not a big fight. That is not a big fight. I just heard Bill Haney admit, even though he tried to catch himself in the middle of that sentence, I'm going to replay it, that if Turkey has not confirmed the fight and sent Teo anything, then it's not a big fight. So my question is, how did Bill Haney respond to the offer, or how did Bill Haney counter offer with Turkey's offer if there was never a Turkey offer, because Turkey never got in touch with Teo, because according to Bill Haney, it's not a big fight. Let's run that back.
All the other fight knows you that they want to do business with all of them. If he's saying that he's lying and saying that Turkey doesn't have and never put anything on the table to fight, then that shows you that if he's saying that, which it's not that Turkey did, but it would be saying that the fight is not a big fight. The fight is nothing. Because if you put all the other fights on Riyadh season and you would not put that fight on there, then you're saying that the fight is not something that anybody wants to see.
Well, I don't say any of that. I'm saying I haven't heard Turkey say that he made an offer for Devin and Teo to fight on Riyadh season. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And he talks about everything that he does. So why in this case has he not said anything about Devin and Teo when he talks about everything else? Like when Boots and Virgil fell through, he talked about that. He was like, yeah, Boots gave me his word. He changed his mind. He ain't said shit about Devin and Teo.
Listen, well, all you got to do is ask him then.
Okay, so check this out. Now, I'm going to fast forward because there was a point in here where I tried to interject my question real quick so he could kind of clear up and clarify what he just said. Because it sounds like to me that he said that if Teo, even though he tried to say Teo lying, hasn't received an offer from Turkey to fight Devin, then it wasn't a big enough fight and Turkey's not confirming the fight. You just heard Bill Haney say that. Now, let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. I'm just curious what your perspective is. Just let me know. I'm not saying I'm definitively right. I'm just giving my 2 cents and kind of reading between the lines a little bit. And I don't understand what makes Devin Haney and Bill Haney think that they're the A side, when if you go back to their previous fights, were they the A side? But that's another video. I'm going to make another video about that. But let me fast forward here and find the part where I'm like, hey, Bill, is this what you just said? Can you confirm that? Let me find it. And watch how I get ignored.
No one is saying that y'all not doing nothing. What I'm saying is the leverage you think you got, you clearly don't have. So you should do what you did. Remember when nobody was trying to fight you and we was all complaining that Teo was ducking you at 135? We was all complaining that Loma was ducking you at 135. Guess what you had to do? You get that undisputed. You had to get it. Maybe take a little bit. So you.
Hold on, that's the wrong part. Let me go back. That's the wrong part. Let me go back.
Listen, why would you try to make a fight if Exactly.
But Bill, you just said Turki confirmed the fight because it's not a fight people want to see.
Talking to me, ain't talking to y'all. No one is saying that y'all. What I'm saying.
Y'all saying that? I tried to ask him, Bill, but you just said Turki didn't confirm the fight because it's not a big enough fight. But you know, him and KO was going back and forth, so it kind of got overlooked. But I think that that's a good question because we're only hearing about offers from the top rank side. Now, I don't want to make this video too long. My 2 cents about did Devin Haney duck Teo? Did Devin Haney duck Teo? I think it's a yes and a no. I think, because I'm going to make separate videos about some of this stuff, but I think that Bill has a valid point because I've talked to Rachel Donaire about how the pay-per-views work over at Top Rank, and it's going to be a separate video, so y'all make sure y'all check it out when I make it, and how you have to meet a certain threshold before you started getting paid off the pay-per-views, and he's basically saying he doesn't want to do that, and he's the A side, and I get all of that, and how they be lying about the pay-per-view numbers, which is going to be another separate video, but I get everything that Bill is saying. I just don't think that it's happening like that with him, and I don't understand why they think that they're the A side. So I would say no, it's not a duck, because I don't think that if me and you can't come to an agreement on the business, I don't necessarily think that it's a duck. But I feel like if you're being difficult and unreasonable with the negotiations in the business, then yes, I feel like it's a duck. Kind of like how Shakur and Tank is doing, but that's another video. I need to make that also. So when I say yes, it's a duck, it's because Bill and Devin have placed certain expectations on themselves. And so when people are hearing that you're turning down an offer, some people believe that if you get an offer and you turn it down, it's a duck. So if that's your belief, then yes, it's a duck. The reason why I believe it's not a duck is because, one, who really expected Devin Haney to fight Teofimo Lopez next? Coming off that ass whooping, not knowing where you at mentally, and all of those things. Who really expected Devin Haney to fight Teo next? I didn't. I don't expect Devin to fight nobody big, maybe for the next 2 fights, until we see where he's at. So I had no expectations of Devin fighting Teo, which is what I believe that Bill and Devin should just come out and say, instead of trying to point fingers and big up themselves by downing other fighters by trying to say he ducked, when the thing is, listen guys, we gonna fight Teo, we gonna come for Teo, he gonna take a tune-up first, we gonna get him back in the swing of things, get him back in action, and boom, we coming after Teo. Why can't you say that instead of bouncing around the YouTube streets, hopping on panels, trying to convince people that it wasn't a duck? You don't have to do that. I don't think anybody with any type of common sense and common logic and can think logically and think sensibly is expecting Devin Haney to just get in the ring with top competition after that Ryan Garcia fight. I don't think anybody's really expecting that out of Devin. Me personally, I'm not. I wouldn't even want to see Devin fight Teo next, because I want Devin to see where he is and be able to build himself back up, make sure he's okay physically, make sure he's okay mentally, and then put him back in there with some other fighters. And I had a ton of questions. Like, I had at least 3 good questions that I wanted to ask Bill that I wasn't able to ask Bill on the panel. Shout out to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Y'all go check out that live. It was good. But let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments about Bill basically saying if Teo didn't get an offer, it's because Turki thought it wasn't a good enough fight. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. Follow me on X at 2 Cents 20. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.